Welcome back to Horizontal. My name is Meg Kelly.
I'm Mason Smeisterla.
And boy, do we have a show for you tonight.
Boy, are we ready to go.
We're so prepared.
I'm so prepared. Look at me. I'm so prepared. I just walked down to my vending machine looking like this. I had my robe on. I just did not. I've stopped caring. Airport rules apply.
No rules apply in LA. That's for sure.
That's for sure. There's still like you could. I heard that you could get into the Grove for free right now. They're not even like charging you like the
for
typical
parking?
$8 for And I'm like, it's bad when the Grove is like, we're not going to charge you the $8 for parking, sweetie. It's okay.
Your house just burned down. You can go to the Grove for free.
Yeah, you're lucky if you can get a mask and some hand sanitizer for free. Okay, so we're gonna give this to you for free.
This one's on us.
Yeah, and now there's new fires. God,
I know. I heard about the Sepulveda fire.
Yeah, that one was close to the Palisades fire, but they seem to have it under control. And then there's still the Hughes fire, which spread. Thankfully, I think it's just in the brush. I don't think it's like impacted. I mean, I'm sure it's impacted different like school districts and suburbs and stuff, but it hasn't like done any crazy damage to any like houses or structures. So
that's good.
But it's still just like, what the But I did see our building sent out a little email that was like, we're supposed to have crazy winds and then rain this weekend. And I was like, rain? Woo! Sign me up.
Bring it on.
Let's go. Rain
sign me up for the next war.
Rain it out. Woo! Sign me up for the next war. I'm like, let's drench these lands. Let's dampen this shit. I'm tired of these fires, and I want this all to just get gone.
Bring on the water.
Well, how have things been for you?
Good. Just quick disclosure. I am super tired because I worked like.
When are you not? When are we not? It's an exhausting time to be alive.
Yeah.
But I also realize that you have a 9 to 5 now.
Yeah. Well, I left the house this morning at 7:30 and then I got home at 7:30. So it was a big deal.
Are you meeting any people? Is there any office tea?
No,
Sorry to cut you off.
There's not really any office tea, but everyone is watching Severance. So
everyone has been telling me to watch this. Me neither.
But I'm like, it's a water cooler moment. Literally, it's like,
wow, everyone's talking about.
We're at the water cooler and people are talking about Severance. So I'm like, if I want to talk TV with my coworkers, I gotta get on.
Gotta watch Severance.
I know, well, and I do. I want to talk TV. I need to be in the know.
I know.
I'm on a need to know basis.
As we know, I love my reality TV, and I think that like in hard times, that's what I lean on. And I just recently discovered my love for the Traitors. Have you heard of the Traitors with Alan Cumming?
No, I haven't.
I'll take that as a no. Yeah, Meg, it is unreal. It is so good. Excuse me. It's like he does it. He hosts the show in this giant Scottish castle. He wears fashion every day.
I'm in.
And yeah, and it's giving like he's like a James Bond villain, and and it's like all of these reality TV stars that everyone knows is already sneaky and snaky, and he puts them all in one castle, and then he chooses with blindfolds on everybody who the traitors are out of like 20 people, and then if the traitor or traitors make it to the very end, they take $250,000. They take it all. But if it's faithfuls, which are the majority, if they make it to the end and they think that everybody can trust everybody and there's no traitors, and then they're correct, then the faithful share the pot. But I have seen, so I've been
This is my kind of show. This is my kind of show.
It's like I was getting back into Survivor all over again. But then it's people from Survivor, people from Big Brother, people from The Challenge, people from Love Island, people from The Bachelor. They just put them all in one place, and then they make him do crazy shit, and then they have to banish someone and murder someone every day. And then the whole time Alan Cumming is just very Dr. Evil about it, and he has his little dog, and he's like, someone will leave my castle. Like, it is so good. I would have to check.
You would kill it on a show like that.
Thank you. I thought about it.
So entertaining.
Do you think I'd be a good traitor or a good faithful?
I think you'd be a good traitor.
Thank you. I think so too.
Because I think if you were a traitor, everyone would expect you to like overcompensate. But
right.
I know you would be like chill about it. You'd probably be like a good actor about it. You'd be like,
yes, ma'am.
You would not have a tell.
I'm a bad liar in real life, but like if I'm putting on a character and if I'm like using my BFF, I could fuck a lot of shit up, and I think a lot of people would have no idea. But I mean, it's such a good show, and I had to check it out because if it was gonna win an Emmy over RuPaul's Drag Race for the first time in like a very long time, I was like, then it better be a really good show, and it is so good. I've already watched season 1 and 2, and then season 3 is going on right now, and there's a new episode that drops tonight. I'm so excited.
I haven't had much time. I mean, I've only been back for like...
I know, it hasn't been that long. So much has already happened.
I don't know, 2 weeks? Yeah, it's been 2 weeks today.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord. Meanwhile, I'm just researching like how to find an international man.
Girl, let's just plan a vacation.
That is a one way.
It's not that hard. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we did pinky promise back at the debate that we were going to move to Mexico if Trump was elected again.
Oh my God. Wait, I totally forgot.
Are we moving to Mexico?
I think we should. I think we should, actually. Well, I mean, the podcast needs to take off.
Yeah, this is really on you guys.
We have this income that we can do remotely. Because now that we're remote, we could take this on the road.
Listen, we've been talking about it. The horizontal,
the
vertical
Aruba,
horizontal experience. Mallorca.
New Jersey. I mean, who knows?
New Jersey.
We're gonna work all that out.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get back on my horizontal clips this weekend. I've had zero like editing time outside of the actual pod, but I'm like finally things are starting to settle in and slow down. So
well,
what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? I'm dating 2 guys right now. My job is all right. It's not good, but it's all right. Like there's a lot of things happening. I'm just gonna say it. I've been very depressed. You know how sometimes you're like, well, just like so the family that I usually work for that supplies half of my income because the other half is my children's theater job, still is in an evacuation zone for the Palisades fire. So they have not been back all month. So I am grasping at straws, thinking of selling my feet pics. And I keep saying that. One of these days I'm going to make it happen. But I'm just like, that's, going on. I'm still lucky to have everything. But then, the inauguration and all this bullshit. I'm just like, time to I'm trying to do things productive, like work out and make videos and try to find the humor and try to journal. But then also like I've been sleeping a lot. And then just, the traitors are getting me through. And just like thinking about it does kind of fuck you up in the good sense as far as like when everything is so unknown and there's so much shit hitting the fan, you're just like, I literally can only put one step in front of the other right now and take it day by day, hour by hour. So that's what I'm trying to do.
High highs and low lows.
High highs and low lows. So, but you know what? I haven't gotten a tattoo in a while, so I'm not that spirally. So we're good. When I get a tattoo, you should check in on me. No.
I'll check in with you next pod. We'll see what happens. If I was on Traitors, I think I would be a faithful.
You'd be a fucking hound dog faithful. Like you would sniff out the fucking traitors so fast, but you wouldn't make it look like it though.
Yeah. I also think that I would be a faithful who everyone thought was a traitor. because like
Ah.
sometimes I'll like say something like with like a flat tone or something, and
Yeah, you're pretty dry.
it sounds sarcastic, but actually I'm being like completely genuine.
Yeah.
And then people think I don't know, just a jerk or something.
And your therapist is like, we're working on that.
Yeah. No, people just think I'm like mean but like funny, and I'm like, "No, I genuinely like your shirt. I think it's cool." So I think I'd probably get
There's
kicked off
still
the first
times where I'm like, I
episode.
think Meg is like mad or like, I don't know what's going on with her. And then I check in, you're like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Everything's cool.
If I'm
And
mad,
you're very sensitive. And if
yeah.
someone you really liked was sent home and you had like orchestrated it, you would be really upset. Like you would cry in the castle.
Well, maybe, yeah.
You
Maybe
would.
I'd squeak out a few, but
Yeah. But knowing
it's
there's
just
so
for
much
the
cash
screen
on the line,
time.
you'd wake up and you'd be like, let's go.
It's just for the screen time. You
But
got to
that's
do
why I think you
something.
would also make a good trader because you would be so emotional and like invested in your peers and like making sure that without being too like outward and extra. I think that would be my downfall is if I was like too loud or like showed too much. And
Mm-hmm.
I would try to pull it back. And I feel like you would be like right in the middle of like people would know you're super sensitive, you're like a faithful, but at the same time, like you could be a traitor behind everyone's back and just be like, I'm playing the social game so hard and everyone is like on my side, but like they can all they can die. They can all fall.
I think I would actually love to be on like a social,
You have got to
like
watch it.
like a Big Brother or like a Traitors or
Yeah.
a Survivor. Like I want to be like a Mike White on Survivor. I
Yes.
want to have my own
Yeah.
season
Just
where
like taking his wine glass through the
I'm
woods.
like the old one. I'm like, so I have a podcast. Like,
It's called horizontal because I like to lay down and drink wine. That sucks to be. We call it in drag race culture. We call it the pork chop because there was a on season 1 of Drag Race, the very first contestant to ever be voted off was named Pork Chop. So you never want to be the pork chop of your season because then you're the
I
first
know, it's
on.
so sad. It's like the worst person. When I worked on Drag Race, I picked up the pork
Oh
chop
yeah.
of my
Oh
season,
no.
like from her house,
Oh
and took her. And then I was there when she got like booted off. And I didn't take her home, but we had like a 2 hour bonding ride together. And I was like, at the time, I was like 23. This was my first job on set. And so I was in this like literally like a 15 pass van. And they're like, can you drive a 15 passenger van? I was like, I've driven a school bus before. Like, I can handle
what?
it.
Is
Yeah, at
this like a
camp.
secret fact you've been keeping from me? You drove
I mean,
at Camp
it's
Longhorn when you
summer
were a
camp.
counselor?
No, I was a camper, but
You drove the bus as a camper? Meg,
yeah, I was like 16.
hold everything. You have to tell this story. What do you mean?
I
You
mean,
drove a
not
school
long.
bus?
It was like 5 minutes, but
How old were
the
you? Did you have your license?
yeah, I was 16. And anyway, so
Barely.
it's like this school bus where like the top is cut off like a convertible, and then it's like painted all these colors. It's called the Sunshine Bus. It's super cool. And then
Was Miss Frizzle there? I mean, this sounds like a fucking cartoon. This does not seem real.
it sounds like a hippie camp. Like
The
I guess it kind of
rainbow bus.
I think it is kind of a hippie camp,
We
but
passed around ketamine and acid, and everyone who wants to play can play.
anyways,
Okay,
so
so
they're basically like training you to be a counselor because the next year you would be like a junior counselor or something. And so the woman who runs the camp, Nan, would teach all the girls who are like in my year how to drive the bus, which was like a stick shift. And so I didn't like.
that's even harder. I don't know how to drive a stick.
I think buses are stick. I think they are. And anyways, this one was. And so they're trying to teach you how to drive this bus. And I drove it in like circles for like 5 minutes. but
was this like a camp activity or just like we have some downtime?
It was an activity. It was like counselors in training or something, and you do some kind of like counselor training for that activity. Yeah.
Whoa. Meanwhile, I was back at camp screaming my brains out trying to get to the head of the camp to ask my mom to send me home. I fucking burned all my bridges to get there. And then the camp counselor called my mom. She goes, "You can stay. I'll pick you up at the end." And my mom told me this over Christmas break. She was like, the head of the camp called me. It was like, "We have Mason on the line. And I just want to let you know, out of all of the campers that we have, she's our top 2 most disruptive." she goes, and my mom was like, "Noted." And of course, my mother, a Cajun mom, was like, "Is she being fed? Does she have a roof over her head? Great. She's fine. She can stay. Yeah. She can talk all the shit she wants, but I will be there in 2 weeks." And I was like, "Mom." And she was like, "Okay, well, you're going to have to figure it out. I'll see you soon." And I was like, "This place sucks." Yeah, she was like, "I'm fully on vacay mode. Okay, bitch, I have a Bloody Mary in hand. I'm not about to come get you for anything." Yeah. And then I was just like over there bitching. She's
sitting in the hot tub. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, "I have a face mask on. I just got a colonic. Like, we're good. I'm not about to come get you." Anyway.
Do you have a dream? Should we do a dream?
I do. I have my old dream that I had like a couple months ago I can play.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get my
ChatGPT.
Actually, I don't know where my phone is, so we might just have to wing it. This is no robots today.
No robots today.
Straight from the dome.
Okay, so all of this says in my all recordings menu, it says Jack Black dream. So I'm assuming Jack Black has something to do with this. I think he does. I can't remember fully. Let's see what I say. Here we go.
"Hello, I am hungover, but I had one of the craziest dreams of my life last night. It was really wild. And I remember when I was in it, like being like terrified, but it started out so great. So I think I was like in New York City. I was like somewhere in Manhattan, and I was like just like walking around or just like at a street intersection, whatever. And then all of a sudden, Jack Black walks by. But he looks a little different than Jack Black. But like in my head, I'm like, this is Jack Black. I have to say something. I have to say something. I fucking love Jack Black. So I go, "Oh my God, Jack Black, I love you so much. Like, can I get a picture, please? Can I I was like, let's talk. Like, I fucking love you. I love your movies. Like, my friend and I call each other Nacho and Judge." Anyway, and then he asks if I want to go to like a stadium or something. And I said no. And then he was like, "Okay, well, like, I'm going to go like hang out with some people at a like place nearby. Like, do you want to just like come hang?" And he seemed really chill and like normal. And I was like, "Yeah." Okay. And then flash forward. Jack Black takes my phone at this place, erases all of its content, kidnaps me, takes me to some fucking hotel, and then like I wake up in this hotel room, not sure what happened, and then I have my phone with me, but it's completely different. Like, I don't know any of the contacts on there. I don't know what the apps are. They look so different. And I'm like, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. And so I like escape and I leave. But then I don't even have my mom's phone number in my phone. I thank God she's the one number I know, just in case I go to prison and all that. But I tried dialing my mom's phone number and it like changes in the phone and it doesn't go to that phone number. So I'm like freaking out. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to contact anyone about what just happened. And then I woke up. and then I was pretty sure it wasn't Jack Black. It was a Jack Black impersonator. Yeah. So that was fucking crazy.
Wait, that's my dream. In the dream, you thought it was an impersonator, or when you woke up?
No, I think when I first like, and this is a woman's intuition, but I remember in the dream being like, this is Jack Black, this is Jack Black. But then also while like taking a photo with him and meeting him, I was like, is it Jack Black? Like it just seemed a little off. But I knew that like for the majority of my brain was like, it's Jack Black. And if this is Jack Black and you're missing out on this opportunity, you're going to hate yourself. But then I remember like waking up and I remember waking up in the hotel room in the dream and being like, that was not Jack Black. That I don't know who that was. And like, I remember being like, I can escape. I know how. And I'm just going to take my phone because I have it with me, I guess, and go. But that was so weird. And I was thinking like, for me to get got, it has to be like my favorite people. Like if I saw Steve Irwin, or obviously he's dead. If I saw Steve Irwin's son, Robert Irwin, or Bindi walking down the street and they were trying to sell me something or get me to join a cult, I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I would say, where do I sign? Where are the turtles? What's going on? How can I help?
They're like, drink this Kool-Aid. And you're like, it's been drunk.
Yeah. I'd be like, is there tahini on the rim?
Yeah. Give me some more, please.
Yeah. Please.
Another round.
May I have
another
some
round?
Yes.
Another round.
And I think that's to say, it's like if Jack Black was like, let's go. Like, and he was doing all these like impersonations. I'd be like, bro, I will follow you into a cave. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I'm
you
gullible.
also said,
I don't even think we need ChatGPT to tell me that I am gullible.
You said something like I'll be so upset if I let this opportunity go by. You said something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a little like,
I was like, I had to say something.
Yeah, maybe there's something where you're like, you know, anxious to seize the moment or seize opportunities.
Yeah.
It's like a fear of like fumbling. You're like I've been given this moment, or I've been given this opportunity, and like I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like and then you like do the thing, and then you're also afraid of the thing messing you up. So you're like between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah. I mean, if Andrew Garfield walked up to you and offered you some Honey Nut Cheerios, you would immediately eat them. Yes, you would.
I would.
Right off his little fingies or off of whatever he put it on. You would lick that surface clean. And that is, I think that's how they will get me. That's how they'll get us. I would, it's not a beautiful thing to say, but I could be influenced by the right person.
I feel like I like to think that I wouldn't, but then I go through the scenario in my head and I absolutely would.
Yeah. I mean, I watch a lot of cult documentaries.
Every
and like,
single
depending
time.
on the cult leader, I would join. I would join.
I mean, if someone's like offering me like a solution to all of my problems, I'll consider it. Yeah. I might consider it.
I mean, if someone came back and was like, I am Robin Williams and Jimmy Buffett in the same body, we will drink tequila and laugh until we die. I will sell my kidney to get into that cult.
Yeah.
And
that's the cult we should start. We should start a cult on an island where the only requirement is that you drink margaritas.
Yeah, but we'll be like, we are not putting anything in them. I don't know. Islands seem too like scandalocious these days. I think we need to do something like a little
like
more,
the mountains, maybe mountains.
Yeah, like a mountain thing, or like a
we'll
nice
change it
cabin
to
in the
we'll
woods.
change it to
Springs.
Just wine.
We're changing it to Napa. All right, we're gonna get you fucked up in Napa, and then we're gonna tell you some crazy shit that you should believe. And you'll believe it.
I don't know what cult I would start, but I feel like it would be organized. Like it would be like it would be well run and efficient, and it would probably make a profit.
I would definitely be very like ADHD with my cult though. Like I have a new obsession like every week. So people would have to keep up. I'd be like, all right, this week we are all reading ACOTAR and we are going to declare ourselves high lords and high ladies. And we're a hi-fi. And then I will be like, okay, this week we are into reptiles. All right.
Yeah.
So study up. And then this week, like
we just need to start an acting school, and then you can do whatever you want. And people will pay you.
Yeah.
Like, let's start an acting school and then just like bullshit our way through all of the classes.
The way acting teachers have they basically are cult leaders. Like, they're like, follow me.
No, they are.
I will show you how to be famous. I will show you how to book things.
But like, can you imagine?
I will break you down and rebuild you.
Can you imagine the power trip that these people get when like hordes of desperate, insecure people show up at their doorstep and are like, I will give you all the money because you hold the key to my success. And they'll do it for years.
For years.
But then
I'll give you all my money.
They just show up. People do scenes that they've prepared, and then all you have to do is sit there and like have kind of a ominous vibe and say like 3 words, and people are like writing down everything you say,
and then they're like brilliant, amazing.
One of my teachers in acting school like barely gave notes. Like he would but everything we'd sit there in silence for like sit there in silence for like a minute, and then he'd be like,
"Oh my God,
magnificent! Keep up the good work."
Stop.
Boom. Like he's sleeping through this job.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But we were like dying for that.
Yeah, you're just like, oh my God, he said good. He said good, not great. He said great, not good. Like, you just start to nitpick everything.
Magnificent.
He breathed too much before he said it. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, they love to get you. They love to get you.
Yeah. And they did.
Oh my God. And they did.
They got me.
And they did.
They got me good.
And that dream got me good. So thank you to fake Jack Black for gotten me good. That's just, that's what would happen. For me, it's simple. It's just whoever I'm into in the moment. If they came up to me on the street, I'd be like, yes, where are we meeting? Mm-hmm. Where you need my social security number? Of course.
Hi, Sebastian.
Is Sebastian gonna come say hi? Is Sebastian gonna be the pod mascot?
Here he is.
Oh my goodness. Hello, you cutie pie. You look so suave, so silky. Look at you, those big eyes.
Hello, YouTube.
You know the secrets of the world, don't you? Hello. I love you. Right. Okay, bye.
Go see Daddy.
That's our cult leader right there.
Sebastian is the cult leader.
Sebastian says walk. I say how far. He says jump. I say again how far.
I think the message of the dream is seize the moment.
Seize the moment. Maya, by the way,
day. All right, darling. This has been a very educational.
Has it?
Pod, yeah.
I think we've all learned something today.
I certainly did.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you powered through. I know you were tired, but I couldn't tell.
I will get back to you.
Me? I couldn't tell.
I will get back to you on what I learned, but I certainly learned something.
Yes.
I'm gonna let it sink in.
Marinate. Yes.
I'm gonna let it marinate.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we love you guys.
Rate and review, share.
Share with your friends. We're on Sundays now. Don't you forget it.
Comment.
Sunday Fun Day. Comment and listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. We love you. Send us your dreams.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.